Whenever YouTubers say, "Oh, sorry about my voice, I'm losing my voice," I think, what are you apologizing for? It sounds exactly the same. With that said, I really doubt that's the case for my voice right now, so I am sorry that you have to hear it. This is all of the lore behind my main save, virtually the only save that I play in. You may or may not need to know this in order to follow along with my Let's Plays, but it takes this amount of time and might make my streams and videos less repetitive, so I've offered it as an option. To be honest, I was pretty entertained when I put it all together, so maybe it's entertaining for others. I mean, that's the idea. I was going to take explanatory clips from my streams and put them in a playlist, what Twitch calls collections, but Twitch doesn't allow collections of clips. It's very confusing if you don't use Twitch. Just ignore the terms collection and clips while I explain for Twitch people. Twitch doesn't allow collections of clips, and 3 to 6 second clips aren't really worth highlighting. Oh, yeah, ignore the term highlighting too. It has a technical meaning in this context. Obviously, I do think this is worth highlighting. So, here's the entire background, combined. If there's more than a few seconds worth of lore in the future, I'll add it to this collection. Roll the archival footage. The Reyes are a Spanish-American immigrant family. It's tough for elder sister Lucia to raise younger sister Julia, but they do their best. Outside of all fiction, Lucia actually did win 1 million simoleons in game on lottery day, so things are going a lot smoother now. Dante is raising his little sister Madeline. I made these siblings because I have a sim in the same situation who's always tense. She came with the welcome wagon, and the rest is history. The implication made in that frame is that Dante wanted to start a vampire family. He did. Yes, I've always really loved Elizabeth so much ever since she was a little girl growing up in the same household as Augury with their two older brothers and one other demon that descended from hell. Her dad actually was an incubus. He died a long time ago. I meant to say Elizabeth ascended and brother, but I like the energy in that clip. I kept it. Elizabeth is really far into the mixology career, and she was very into gardening as a child. I'm very subtly implying that she practices traditional European witchcraft. Augury is a high-level crime boss. They're the only Sims I play that have the evil or hates children traits, both for Elizabeth, the former for Augury. They both have the soulmate trait. Maybe that's why I can stand them. It's like their soft spot. They got married and they had a daughter named Oracle. By the way, how perfect is the name Oracle for someone who is the kid of someone named Augury, right? When I played with base mental drugs, Augury and Elizabeth controlled virtually all cocaine sales. I mean, obviously. You could say they led a drug cartel. I'm not sure that I consider that canon. Playing with the mod didn't have a lasting effect on the save. It was really fun to watch, though. Talassa has 3 adopted siblings. These archaeologists, who I wish were allowed to live in Salvadorada, Antiquity and Egalite, and Holyday. I don't play with him as often. Yes, with a name like that, he was clearly adopted on Winterfest. They were adopted by Holly before she met the right life partner for her. Their family is very tight-knit. That's everything. I play with very long lifespans, few opportunities for aging, and, at least in the past, extremely large families. So there are a lot of family members scattered throughout the universe. You don't need to know how most of them are related. I don't even know how some of them are related. There have been some elemental fairies in my save, most notably Ember, who caught on fire without dying several times. Isn't that great for a fire fairy? It doesn't sound that significant for Sims to not catch on fire, but it's actually super rare for that to happen in my save for some reason. All of the fairies are currently dead of old age. I'm just sharing it as a fun fact. I'm realizing as I say this, one time when I had to make a bunch of played characters on played, just because I had way too many Sims in my played menu, two of the Sims that I moved away from my control were an earth elemental fairy and Isabeth's incubus brother. They ended up having kids together. God, that would be interesting if it came up. But I really doubt it will. I don't know who their kids were. Maybe I'll go into autosaves and find out. Who knows? I mean, who knows what's going to happen in the future? Right now, as I'm making this, I'm really deep into my Let's Play on vampire factions and turf wars. That's been amazing. And a lot like this, it's surprising how little of it needs my imagination. Alright, this video has been a unique project for me. It's the first thing that I've ever created that's equal parts for YouTube and Twitch. So if you know me from Twitch, check out my YouTube. It's Yellville. If you know me from YouTube, check out my Twitch. It's Yellville. You know, youtube.com/Yellville, twitch.tv/Yellville. Wherever you know me from, have a great day. And I'll see you next week. Or tomorrow at maximum. Depends which platform you're watching this on.